what's up? How you doing, K-Max? Happy, what is it, Thursday? Happy Thursday, man.
He's got to accept the invite.
Right on, right on. I know he was driving to the store or whatnot, so. All right, cool, man. What's up, DB? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Just doing my usual self, making sure we get things rolling.
Right on, right on. I haven't been on Telegram all day, man, but yeah, I can. If no one else, I'll definitely make sure to log in and close out the space there. Not a problem. So, and yeah, I got a bunch of some new media for Halloween that I'll launch tonight before I go to bed for you tomorrow.
Yeah, we can hear you, King. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right. Great.
Go picking up some sports memorabilia on the storage here, riding around town.
Oh, right on, right on. You guys are coming in a little broken there.
So the Wi-Fi is not working, huh? All right.
It's coming
Give
in.
me 1
John.
sec.
I guess he's gonna try to log back in. Watson.
Hey, what's up, Paulino? How you doing, man?
All right, King, you're back as a co-host.
Yeah, I was trying to run the laptop in the truck, and evidently the data wasn't working very good. So I'm on the phone now. Am I coming through clearly?
Yeah, we got you, man. That sounds good.
Okay. All right, cool. So sorry about that, but here we are. There's no sound effects, but I do have Coach Bruno. He can make some sound effects for us. So
Sound of victory.
oh man, yeah. So how are you doing, Joe? You doing all right?
Yeah, man, just another day in the market, right? A little bit of red today. I was reading a fun stat. The top 5 companies in the U.S. was Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, a couple others. But yeah, they make up 61% of our GDP now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's like, dude, we are living in some insane times. Like, what a time to be alive, if any. I mean, even on a day like this, when, if we're here, the most of us that are here, we're believing that there's something more coming than just what we've just had. So, on a bloody day like this, when, everybody's freaking out, and it really doesn't matter. This is just noise. The people who've been around, the people who, look into these things and pay attention, and they're not tripping right now. They're buying. And, hey, I could be completely wrong. And that could have been the top. But as I explained in my little short update I did earlier, for this project, it really doesn't matter. We're doing our own thing, building a unique product and a unique community that really, whatever happens with the market, we're still going to be building. And, even if it's a bear market, I'm not worried about it. And you can see by our chart, even, the fact, if you look at the chart, the pullback is mainly just Solana pulling it back. There's not very many sells. And so I'm stoked about where we're at as a community, where we're at as far as the holders we have. And, the future's looking bright. And you do have to think, if the market really is getting ready to send, if this biggest bull run in history is upon us, right? What are they going to do right beforehand? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yep, too obvious.
Yeah. So I'm chilling, man. And I'm glad that Coach and I had a little time to get together, and we're like he said, we just went and picked up some old sports memorabilia stuff that he got around draft times with some of his guys, and there's some really cool stuff. So we'll figure out how to integrate that somehow with what we got going on. But it's neat to see, it's neat to see the real thing and see, with the history he's been a part of. So. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yep, right on, man. It's been a rough couple of days out here on the boat. Had some rough weather. A couple of the first northerlies of the season coming through. So that's always fun, Hurricane season pretty much over here. And now we got all the cold fronts snapping down. So, 35, 40 knots, 12, 14-foot seas. We're rocking and rolling. Good sleeping weather.
Like, is that pretty common as far as in the wintertime, or?
Yeah, that's pretty common. What's worst thing about all the northerlies and cold fronts is it's just super unpredictable out here. I mean, obviously you can do what you can, but all the wind shifts and little micro bursts, it's hard to gauge. Weather reports just don't really do it. So I'll take hurricane season over winter storms any day of the week, to be honest. Hurricanes, at least you know where they're coming from days in advance. But hey, it's been a nice season for that too.
Yeah, no doubt. Actually, so I grew up in Tornado Alley over in Oklahoma, so I'm real familiar with unpredictable storms. And I would much rather live where I live now, in sunny Florida, where at least you can plan for the destruction that's ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but yeah, we've had a great quiet season this year. It's kind of weird actually how quiet it's been. And, I guess we're pretty much through it, but who knows? This one that just wrecked Jamaica and Cuba, and man, it's wild. It's, like 180, 200 mile an hour winds.
Yep,
that's insane.
Yep, that was pretty much about Ian's size. That's what we had 2021, 2022.
That's scary stuff. Scary stuff. And actually, Bruno was smack dab in the middle of Ian. And he'll get that story out when he's ready. But yeah, that's a whole nother rabbit trail. Hey, so I guess I'll just do a little update on kind of where we're at. I am moving locations because I think they had some kind of blocker or something where I was at for Wi-Fi. I am driving, but just as far as an update for the project, yeah, we're just carrying on. We've got our daily team that's on shifts, doing our raids and shills and new content coming out. We've got the podcast that's obviously something that we're putting a main focus on as far as what is going to get our views and our head count up, our follower counts up. And that's a process. It's something that we're not just going to get out there and make fools of ourselves and or OWIF for that matter. And so we are not rushing through the podcast thing, but I can assure you that there is a lot of work being put into it, and we are most definitely going to be getting people on the show that is going to bring knowledge that we're here because of who they are. And are we using those people for that matter? No, because those people are going to be people that are going to want to be able to help carry our message. And so it's a twofold benefit for our guests that are coming on, as well as the project is going to benefit from getting new eyes and people that would never have even potentially seen a meme token, for that matter, are going to be seeing what we're producing. And so we're going outside of what the normal crypto realm is, or the what the norm is. We're doing something completely different. And so let's say, for instance, when the chart does start moving, what do you think is going to happen with the crypto bros? Well, obviously they're going to see what it is. They're going to see that we're the original WIF, and they're going to get in. So what we're doing is we're focusing on getting the foundation built, getting all of our ducks in a row, so to speak. And when the podcast does drop that first big number, we're going to look like we're a well-oiled machine, which we're about there. But everything is going to be the way it needs to be. So when the big eyes are seeing us, the people that really do and can make a difference on the chart, when they see us, they're going to like what they see. And so that's why we're taking our time. We're also working with the markets. You got to take what you get. And, even in a slower and, with Solana pulling back over the last, little bit, we've been having positive momentum. So, yeah, it's exciting to kind of see things coming together with the podcast and working with Coach as far as getting our mission ironed out and starting to make, more firm decisions on, exactly what we're trying to to get out the message is clear and concise. And, it's planning this podcast out to do, repetitive things that we can get the listeners involved and used to. There's a lot of things that go into it. And so, yeah, it's exciting. Is that going to be the only thing that gets our chart moving? No, it's one of several things that we're doing. I mean, we've got the music bot going. We just got the quality enhanced on it. We're testing that out here, and then we're getting ready to start, selling these white labels, and that's just another avenue that we're going to be, pulling in some revenue for the project, other than the podcast. That it just adds validity to what we're doing. It shows that we're doing things as we are here to stay. And so the last Tuesday, we just had our second podcast, and Coach was actually on another. He got invited right before we went on. He got invited to the two goatees. I think it's two goatees and a whistle, and he was on their podcast. So we recorded it simultaneously, and that'll be dropping here pretty soon if it's not out. We did have some technical difficulties with the microphones. I think they shut off like 45 minutes in or something. And guys, listen. I can be a perfectionist and not put out stuff that's not perfect, or we can just start rolling and, put out good quality stuff. But if something happens and it's not exactly the way it's going to be in the long term, I'm okay with that, because we do want to show you guys that we are working towards something, and we don't want you sitting there thinking, that nothing's happening. So yeah, there is going to be some bumps in the road. We are learning. I'm not a producer. Coach is not a producer. Joe's not a producer. So we're doing this together, and we're figuring it out.
And that's part of why we reach out to other podcasts that have a bigger following, so they'll get to know us. The one we were on has all the coaches, high school, college, really from the West Coast, and players tune into that. And then so we got some new followers and all that. And we announced our podcast and our crypto project and all of that stuff on there to try to, each time we do this, it's to build us, it's to get us more eyes on us. So that's why we're doing a bunch of national podcasts, as many as I can. And we learn how they do it and their process and all that. So we get better by learning, just like in football. We see what our opponents are doing. We find a way to strategize, take a little token here, a little nugget there, and so you get better. So that's what we're doing, and we're going to get it right. It's going to be great, and build our following for everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. It's again, we're here to build something that not only is going to make the OWIF family proud, but something that is going to have lasting effects on people's lives for the long term. That's our main reason why both of us even feel like we're alive. And we're blessed to have found each other. I can tell you, the more time we spend with each other, the more we realize that we're a lot alike when it comes to, we like to take care of others. And that's just one of the, I'm not being egotistical, and I'm not tooting our own horn. It's just the heart that God gave us. And so now that we can get together and unite and get a mission and talk about it with each other and show people that you can be a man, but still talk about real things and still have a sensitive side, so to speak, and just go through life and show that, there is a better way to live than necessarily chasing materialistic things. And the things that both of us, frankly, we've had all of that stuff, and it makes you happy for a week or two, if that. You get a new car or a new, boat or whatever it is. Yeah, it's great for a little bit, and then you want something else. There's more to life than that kind of stuff, and that's really what the message we're trying to get across is. Don't have to have all that stuff that they try to make you think you have to be happy. At the end of the day, you got to have a circle around you, a crew around you that you trust, and that has your best interest at heart, but also will tell you, what's not good when it's not good. And these are all things that we're going to try to be putting out in our message, and I'm super excited about that. So yeah, as far as any other updates, Joe, do you have anything?
Oh, we had some good volume today. Volume was good. Had a nice buy here a few minutes ago. Gentleman or lady just aped 1%, so that's nice. No, we'll continue with the burns as the creator fees come in. once again, yeah, I do apologize about the delay on the podcast there. Just not really great with the internet out here on the ship, and I get off next week, so that'll help move stuff along rather a lot more quicker. Can't talk tonight, but yeah, man, that's really about it. We're just kind of punching away, and you said it. What separates us from every other garbage token out there, and that's the community, and that's the message, and that's the people grinding every day. So I don't see a better meta, a better narrative, better lore out there than OWIF. And I keep trying. The only thing better I can find is maybe something with utility, but we have that too. So we fill that, we check that box. Yeah, we'll catch some eyes here. We had Jules, a friend of the project. He joined last week, and he's been instrumental getting eyes on us and getting the word out here a little bit more every day. And yeah, I'm very excited about the future. It doesn't take much. It's going to be a very, very easy thing to wake up one morning and see that big green candle. So, and that's not the end goal, but that's where we're going because it's inevitable. And I'm totally stoked for this, and I'm on board for the ride. And we're not stopping. We're not going anywhere. So, I mean, that's it. People will find us.
No doubt about it. The hat stays on. Sorry, the speaker button was stuck there, but yeah, man, there really isn't a better opportunity out there. I mean, we're fully opening up and putting ourselves on the line, and we're showing up when we say we're going to show up, and we're going to continue doing that because we see the opportunity. And I was talking to Jules about it, but look, in fact, I think you and I have talked about it too, Joe. But we've, over the years, even the losses and all the things that you learn over time, it's kind of like paying your tuition in school. It's a cost to getting your craft perfected. And over the last 6 years, we've been grinding and learning for this, and that's what it is. It's time to put all of the lessons and the information that we've taken in and put it to work. And, with everything lining up the way it is with the podcast and everything, giving us an actual message. Look, I didn't even mention this, but I don't know, were the hats out last week? Did we talk about that? But the hats are they're sick, man. Like, they look super good. Yeah. And so I think we got another order of those on the way. So once we start, these are the kind of things that these guys, when they come on the show, we're going to give them a hat. And they're going to want to wear it. Like, these are nice hats. It's just about to be winter time. We only get like a 2-month winter here, but it's cooler for the next probably 4 months or so. And so it's a perfect time for, all of this to just kind of unwind and start flowing the way it's going to for the long term. And, again, what we can do is work our podcast guests with the chart. It's not always going to be like we want to, drop the guy with the most followers one after another. We might have a guest on that has a bunch of followers and get some volume out of that and some traction, and then work through it with some, guests that don't necessarily have as many. They're still going to have plenty, but we can utilize the timing of our guests for our benefit to get the chart going the way we want. And that's something that I wouldn't have known to do 4 years ago, and I mean, to have that option is to be able to have bullets in your chamber, so to speak, that's a God thing. And that's why I'm so thankful that he brought Bruno into my life, because look, you can run a crypto project as good as you can run it, but if you don't have the ability to get the eyes and the views and the new people, you're not going to win. And so it's a perfect situation, perfect storm, so to speak. We're right here before the ultimate bull run. Bitcoin is getting ready to ascend. Solana, I believe, is going to 1,000 before it's all said and done here. And look, we're going to be right there rocking with it, guys. And so, dude, take today as what it is. In my opinion, they're getting the weekends out. And that's that. I remember whenever I was a weekend, when I first started, I remember the SNL Saturday Night Live Elon thing, and I was holding some Doge, man, and everybody was thinking it was going to pump, and it didn't. It went the opposite, and I freaked out. I was sitting on Robinhood watching. Robinhood actually has it to where it looks like it's liquid live, dropping the candle, and man, I remember cheating. And then I remember the next day or whatever, a couple of days, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember wishing I hadn't. So it's all about whether or not you believe in something. It's all about whether or not you believe in the people that is around the whole thing. And that's what we're trying to do, is make it to where it's not hard to believe us, guys. Look, you can't fake real. And we're putting it out there over and over and over, and we're going to continue. And, the people who are smart are getting in right now, and the people who are fading it, they're going to wish they did. And they will buy later. So, yeah, I'm pumped, man. I'm excited about the future. Coach, you got anything you necessarily want to say?
No, I'm glad that, just like Jared said, we got put together. I can only imagine God did this because of our, we put together like a puzzle piece with what I have. I have a lot of people I know that have a lot of followers, that have a lot of fame. And I've never really tapped that network ever. They're friends of mine or ex-clients, people I have every day. So I don't involve them in things that could cause us to have a ruin our relationship at all. I don't get them involved in any business ventures or investments, anything I've done. But this project here is different because it's been my life mission to help others and to help people. And while these guys are millionaires because of me, I got them there. 2 of them lived in my house in high school. They're like my sons. And I guide them all the way through college and all the way through their NFL careers as their agent. And they're all multimillionaires now, Tony and Marcus and, Leon. And so I don't want to run our relationship with getting them into a bad investment. So I never do business with them. But this here isn't that. This here is them giving an opportunity to help younger kids now by coming on our show. I'm giving out free advice that I could charge for to parents and the kids on there about the process of recruiting and becoming pro, how to go pro, all the way from high school to college to the NFL. There's a secret to it, and I know it. And the way to handle your business and navigate your brand and all that. So I'm giving free information out each week. I'm advertising through my Facebook. I have 3 pages, over 5,000, the max on each one. And I'm just telling, hey, join into our podcast on Monday nights. I'm going to tell you what the subject of the week is. Like last week was how to get from a small college to the NFL. And then I'm going to do one, how to get from high school to college. There's thousands of parents that need to know that. They can come on our show and find out very easily for free. And so that's why I'm doing that, to use my network and my resources and get my guys on this show to talk. And and they might not know there's a crypto attached to this. It does at first, and they come on the show, they're coming on because of my mission. And then we tell them about the crypto on the back end, and I'm gonna talk to some of them about buying. But we're doing what we can to make it happen. And I feel like everything's working out. It's just really easy because when it's right, it's easy. It's natural.
Yeah, no doubt. And it is. It's all flowing together. We're not pushing anything. Yes, we're pushing to get it done. Don't get me wrong, but we're not. You can overdo things, and then you don't get it right. And so we're taking each step one day at a time. And we're going to be talking about football and getting these guys on there, but we're going to be talking about everything. I'm going to do a crypto OWIF update, or a market update type deal on the show, so we can, bring the project up. I've actually started also naming the production outfit, or wherever we post the videos, we're going to call it OWIF Productions for the podcast and everything. So yeah, it's all going to be wide open, tied to the project. And there's really going to be no way. And like Coach says, sometimes it's better to just let somebody find out about something when it just happens naturally, rather than pushing something or trying to open up trying to get somebody to go buy a crypto project or buy your token. Sometimes it's better to just have them on your show and let them figure out what all is going on. And then all of a sudden they figure out there's an opportunity here, and bada bing, bada boom.
Exactly.
And then they're telling their friends. And listen, guys, at the end of the day, we're just getting started, and it's very exciting for us. It's the money is the second part of this. It's the second good thing about this. The first good thing, a great thing about it is the fact that we're going to make difference in young men's lives. That expands. Whenever you change a young man's life, then he goes and he changes a bunch of young men's lives, and it just continues to expand and grow. And that's how you change the world. That's how you change the world, guys. And that is the impact that we're trying.
That's our mission.
Yeah, that is our mission. So make no mistake, don't get it twisted. We're going to bring the hat, guys. And it's exciting to be able to make the original WIF have a purpose itself. And, you know, whenever somebody actually gets one of these hats, I mean, we are going to end up opening up an online store and all of that. So when someone puts on an OWIF hat, they're going to know that it's a mission. And the hat stands for that every single time you put that hat on, or the hat period, is, you know, you have to give everything. You have to give your all in everything you do, but not just give your all. You got to do it honorably. You got to do it the right way. You got to do it whether somebody's watching you or not. You got to do it the right way. And that's what the hat stands for, guys. And people are, you know, it's going to snowball, and it's going to compound, and it's just going to grow and grow and grow. I saw you mentioned earlier, Joe, somewhere on a post, we're the only red hat. You know, I mean, it's perfect. We are the original WIF. We are the only DOGWIF hat, guys. And, you know, tying the real world to it, and getting new eyes and new people into crypto. We're going to have the video set up to where it shows people how to buy from, you know, Phantom or whatever, you know, all the way through. We're going to have instruction videos and everything, and that's all coming. So yeah, I think I'm good, Joe. We can also have anybody up if they have any questions.
Hey, can I chime in here?
Hey, what's up, Doobie? Yeah, what's up?
Hey, first of all, it's perfect timing. I just got the hat.
Oh,
I got the hat 20 minutes ago, and it's fire. I'm gonna send pictures in the chat. It is awesome. It's raining here in New York, and it's cold as hell. So I'm very excited to wear the hat. And it's awesome. The other thing I wanted to say is, as you were talking about like how strong our community is, the chart went up 10K in market cap, right? So we're trending green when the entire market is trending red. So that says a lot about our community. The fact that it's holding. The fact that there are so many believers here, it's only a matter of time till we get more people through the podcast, and it's just a matter of time. So our community really believes in the mission, and we're strong.
Love it, man.
Awesome.
Delusional conviction.
That's
Man,
it.
my hat's gonna be so nasty. I'm never taking it off. That hat's staying on, bro.
No doubt. Listen, we wore them the first podcast the whole time, and I can tell you, bro, it got kind of hot.
Almost had a heat stroke.
It's staying on, bro. I don't care. It's gonna be nasty.
It's
Stayed on, no doubt about it. But yeah, thanks, Dewey, for that, man. Right on. Anybody else got anything? Anybody want to come up? Well,
Right on.
I appreciate everybody coming through.
Cool, man.
All right, we'll talk to you guys next
All
week.
right, have a great evening.
Yeah,
All
cheers,
right.
guys.
The hat stays on.
Happy Thursday. Later.
That's it. Go bring it.
Let's go. Bring the hat, baby.
Oh, woof.